Yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We're ready to get down with the men's talk, men's discussion round deux. Yep, just like the hot shots.
Hot
Part
shots. That's
deux.
exactly what I was thinking about.
Is it? I thought it was ducks or something like that. Dukes?
You talking about Mighty Ducks?
No.
Oh, you're talking about the word.
Yeah, the
Dude,
word Dukes.
dude.
Yeah. Dude.
Frank Dukes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to hate me in the kitchen because I used to always be like, "Yeah, man, we need to make a rooks." They'd be like, "What? We need to make a rooks." A roux. A roux. We got to make this gumbo. We need the rooks. I thought you were going to give me a womp. I was expecting a womp.
Yeah.
But yes, welcome back, everybody. We got the continuation. Hopefully, you guys have been following along and you know what we're doing. But if you haven't been following along, check out these luscious locks right here. Look at that. Look at that shit. You know you love it.
Why does it look like there's so many of you?
I know, right?
Because all the cameras or all the pictures and stuff. Yeah. So let's get back into it. Do men feel judged for going to therapy? Have you guys been to therapy?
Yes.
What kind of therapy?
I mean, physical therapy, mental therapy, all of the above.
Okay.
If we're talking about mental therapy, we talked about this on our podcast like way back when, Troy and I, and we encourage people going to therapy, even if there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You should go and talk to somebody. Kind of like what we were talking about earlier with like your spouse or your significant other, someone you can speak to
Yeah.
that you can be completely vulnerable with, and say the things that you just normally wouldn't say.
Right.
Like even what we're doing right now, I feel like it's therapeutic.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
this is stuff that goes through my head all the time. If Troy and I are having cigars, I mean, we talk about this all the time. And we're pretty open about kids, women or money or whatever it may be. But to talk about those really deep feelings, stuff that are trauma affecting
Right.
for your personal life or someone else's, even couple therapy, I think it's important that someone actually just takes the time and does it. And I think we had promoted this too. Like, I mean, depending on your job,
Yeah.
whoever you're employed with, sometimes they pay for that. So you should definitely ask your employer that mental health is
How
important.
long has it been since you've been?
What, a job?
No.
I'm kidding. It's been a little bit. It's probably been over a year. But my pastor, he's sometimes we see each other outside of church and we have discussions and so like that's enough for me. But I don't feel like I'm going through anything right now. I don't feel like I need to go to therapy at the moment. It would be great to do it, but again, when I was doing it, it was all covered,
Right.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went?
I haven't been. I haven't
Oh,
been in a while.
Yeah.
But I am a big component of therapy.
Uh-huh.
I think you definitely should seek the help if you need it.
Right.
I know a lot of times people, they have this notion, especially growing up in the Black community, like what happened in this house, stay in this house, So a lot of things that people take to the grave with them. But what they fail to realize is a lot of that torment that you're experiencing in your life is because of those deep, dark, rooted things that haven't been dug up, and you got to find a way to work through them. And therapy definitely helps. So I'm a big component of therapy, man. Like I'm all for it.
I have to agree. I've done tons of different types of therapy. I've buried myself. I've been in cryo chambers, red light therapy, green light therapy. I've salt tanks, and for all of them that I've actually been through, that have actually helped with, as far as like depression, anxiety, the cryo chambers work and the salt tanks work. All the other ones are cool. They're nice. They're gimmicky, but like I felt some type of release with the salt tank, being able to be in a salt tank and you're allowing your body kind of goes through that fight or flight for like the first 5, 10, 15 minutes. But once your body is able to actually relax, it's a certain level of comfort. Same thing with the cryo chamber. You're in the chamber, not the tube that you're going to, but it's an actual room. The other one too, acupuncture. Acupuncture is another one that I'm now sold on because the fact that it helps me with my level of anxiety and my level of stress. And
are you trained on that?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, we can't because it's needles and it's a different type of class that we would have to go to. So I would highly suggest some form of therapy. Whether you go talk to someone, whether you go, try to see what's going to be able to help with your mental awareness and your mental, self state of mind and stuff like that. What about you, Elijah? Have you gone to therapy or?
No, I've never had any kind of therapy, honestly. I honestly think I probably should have at least have had some physical therapy. I've injured myself a couple of times. Yeah, I mean, I've honestly thought about it. I feel like for me, I've thought about it, and it's something that I am kind of interested in. But right now, during the time of my life that it's come up, I've always felt like I'm just overwhelmed with stuff at the moment. So like it's one of those moments where it's like, how am I going to add this new thing to all this that I've already got going on? You know? And then I'll forget about it, and then I'll remember it again, and I'll beat myself up because then I'm like, well, if I really want to do it, I'll make time for it.
But see, the thing is like I don't want to be the one in the room that says it, but I think you need to take that serious. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you're like, oh, I'm just gonna wait for it for a different day, and then that other day comes, and it's just like life really sets in, and you're like, man, this is tough. I should have went to go see someone, and then you get into your feelings, you get really into your thoughts, and I've lost people that have actually, off themselves and stuff like that. It's a serious thing, and I think that we as society, we as people, we need to take mental awareness very seriously, and that's the reason why I've done a lot of this different types of therapy, because I want to be able to express to them firsthand, this works, this doesn't work. I want to understand, that level of trauma where they're wanting to off themselves, so that way I can be able to be a resource to them. Because a lot of times we're just like, oh, I'm going to put it on the back burner. I'm going to push it off. Tomorrow's never promised.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we need to.
I mean, I put it out there right now. Like none of y'all got to worry about that with me at the moment.
I mean, we all say that all the time.
But I totally get it because it's never been fully confirmed or anything like that. But I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you knew David or not, but I know I've mentioned him to you before. My boy Huck. Like, there's always been the kind of thought amongst the group that his accident might not have been a total accident. He ended up. He was an alcoholic male, and he ended up falling down a set of stairs onto the tile and hit his head, and kind of went to sleep and never basically woke up.
Yeah.
So
sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Part of us, part of the group, kind of thinks that like it was partially intentional.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm one of those guys. I'm a weird person when it comes to stuff like that. Like I process with humor a lot of times.
Oh, that's me.
So
I joke around all the time, and people don't understand. But because of the fact that is my trauma, that's the reason why I joke around. Because of the fact that I've gone through a lot of trauma, and because of the fact I'm trying to understand my trauma. And then at that same level too, is I'm trying to relate to what other people are going through. I strongly encourage to seek someone else too, for help and stuff like that, and be comfortable with being able to express fully what you might be going through at different times.
I think also, to be honest with you, sorry, Pat,
no,
you still talking?
No, you're good.
As much as I am a component of mental health and therapy, I do think that we're living in a climate these days where that's an escape for people. It's an scapegoat. It's like, well, I'm going through mental health stuff. I'm going through this. I'm going through that mentally. Like, it's like we as a society have given people the
crutch.
The crutch to lean on mental health and lean on therapy. At the end of the day, I think a lot of it have to do with self-reflection. Like, you got to go deep, man. Like, you can get all the therapy you want, man. If you're not doing the work yourself, if you don't like who you are, you have to find a way to change that. Getting the advice that you're getting from someone else is not going to change that. The only person that could change that is you. I have known people who've been alcoholics, drug addicts for 30 plus years of their life. and they said nothing can change them. No matter AA, whatever services they went to, they said when they finally came into the realization, they made up in their mind that they wanted to change, they'll change. So a lot of times people are seeking help for things that they can change just themselves by just making the choice.
Yeah.
So
I agree too. 100% with you, Troy. I'm sorry, Tim. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that's great. That's good.
Yeah, because I know people, personally, that have actually, they're like, you're not going to change me. It took them to actually want to change for them to change. So yeah, you brought on a good, valid point. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah. Real quickly, I wanted to share something personal that, so an event had happened, and we had sent my son to therapy, and they diagnosed him with ADD. So as I was having a discussion with my son and the therapist, they're saying, like, they can train that out of you, and they give you the full results. They do a brain test, is what they do. They plug you in, they see exactly what's happening to your brains and the synapse in your head, and they monitor it for a good period of time. The test is probably like 3 hours long, if you will. And they see exactly what is happening when they're exposed to photos, to videos, to whatever it is. They see what is happening on what side of the brain, everything. So they go over the test results with you, right? And then you say, okay, I'd like to discuss further, and you go through a training process. It's like a 16-week or 8-week, can't remember what, but it's a process where they train that out of you, where he can refocus. For a person who has ADD, they may lose focus like within seconds, minutes, whatever it may be, but it's having that person identify that I'm fucking up right now. I need to refocus. Like them telling themselves, okay, I need to refocus faster than they would have before, and it helps them, and you're better off for it.
Right.
So being in the space of mental health and behavior health, I always have a funny feeling, especially when it comes to diagnosing a kid with ADHD or whatever it may be, right? Because their brain is still developing. So to diagnose a kid with something like that at such a young age, it's a stigma that they don't need, right? Especially being a Black young man, like Tim's son is. They can't wait to put a stigma on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the funding come from. When it comes to schooling, and every kid to have an IEP, every kid to have a 504 plan, that's more money for the school. And as we know, there's more prisons that's being built for every IEP that's being established for a kid. So we just have to be very mindful of getting our kid, getting them assessment on them like that, because
the right treatment.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, a kid is just being a kid. Like we all had ADHD, if that's the case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, who want to fucking sit down with somebody tell them no? I want to go do what I want to go outside. I want to kick it. You telling me to sit here and study right now, and I want to go outside and hang out with my friends. Like,
I think I had ADHD, but my mom beat the shit out of me out of it, so it went away a long time ago.
Yeah. So we got a question coming in from Jessica.
Okay.
Actually,
what do we got?
She says, how much value do men put on male friendships, and how do they lean on other men for support?
That's a great question, Jessica. Thank you for that question. That's a great question.
You want to chime in?
Yeah, for sure. I think men don't take their relationship serious with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a because the only reason I say that, because a lot of times you can be talking to your friend about some serious shit, and it's severe and it's real serious to you, and they're gonna put that most cheese, that manly thing. Oh man, you'll get over it. It'll be cool. It'll be good.
Right.
But not knowing that, like, this really is affecting me. I'm not looking for, oh, it's gonna be okay. Now I'm looking for somebody to help me process this, not give me the answers, but help me to process this better than what I am right now. So we don't value our relationships as much as we should.
Okay. Tim, you want to add to that?
So, the value of a friendship for another man,
Yeah.
male figure.
Right.
So I see it as there's circles, right? So for my life, and I'm speaking from my perspective, I have circles of friends, right? So Troy and I have this. He's in my circle of friends. I can trust him with certain information, right? Personal, financial, sex life, whatever it may be.
Right.
I can share that with him without, a judgment, or if there is a judgment passed, like it's more of a concern than just you fucking up, or you know what I'm saying, like just judging me right off the bat, right?
Right.
But then you have your other circles of friends that are just really good at, or not good, I'm sorry, of giving you the response that you're looking for, right? The information that you're looking for.
Like,
So
yes, man.
yeah, right. Well, not just yes man, or just someone who just not experienced, right? I mean, you're not gonna go to the bank, go to the bank and ask them about like a number two fade. You know what I'm saying, on how to
Right.
give me a number two fade on my head. You want to go to the right person. So
Right.
it's always best to make sure that the friends that you have some sort of value that you can trust them with, like, because you still have I just had this discussion with somebody else, like, man, do you have friends from high school still, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was talking to one of my best friends. He's like, we were talking about college, like usually when you get to the college level, that's where you meet your lifelong friends. You know what I mean? The people from high school,
Right.
I'd say, and I was telling my son this, that 75-80% of them are just going to a job, and they don't have a fulfilled career, whatever it is that may be. And that's cool. That's their life. That's what they chose. But you're not going to share your deepest,
Right.
relationship.
It's
It's almost like this, like when you're having trouble with your spouse, right?
Right.
Are you going to go and trust someone, one of your friends who's not married?
No.
With relationship
No,
advice?
not at all. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And vice versa. Is the woman going to do the same thing?
Yeah.
Like, I would always get upset when she would go and take advice from someone who's not married, who if we have a problem and we're trying to work through a problem, and she would get advice from someone that's just not even with a man, or she's been through 2 marriages, what have you, like, that's the wrong person
Yeah.
that you're trying to get advice from, right? If
100%.
it's not having the discussion with me, go get a second opinion, but not from that person.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree as well.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna kind of change the mood a little bit. What are you guys splurging on? These days. What are you guys buying? Like, what are you guys spending on with your extra money and stuff?
Cigars.
Cigars.
Yeah.
I ain't buying shit, man. To be honest with you,
No?
it's a real recession out here, boss.
Oh, okay.
I ain't buying shit. I don't buy nothing.
No.
Like I don't like because I'm sure this guy feels. I have so much shit, man.
Yeah.
Like clothes, shoes. Like I don't need anything else. Like me having anything else is just I'm being a hoarder at this point.
Yeah.
Like I don't need anything else. Like
Yeah.
as long as I mean, the most thing I probably spend my money on is
Subscriptions.
probably, cigars and probably food, man.
Netflix.
Oh yeah, that's where I was going with that.
That's
Patreon.
about it, man.
Yeah, I was thinking about like food. My one thing that I do like, so people collect shoes, others collect like jewelry or whatnot. Me, I love cologne. I love smelling nice, and I never like to smell nice.
What are you wearing now?
Probably Paradise,
You don't
maybe.
say it like that.
Paradise?
Yeah, Paradise.
It's good.
Bye.
Yeah.
Describe the bottle.
Shit, I don't know. I got so many different ones
Oh
now.
my god.
Damn,
I
you
know,
gotta like
I know.
that, Tim, no? You like describe the bottle. I got you. I know what it is.
Did you
I
like
just
my
wanna-
brother, man? My brother, he's he have a whole cabinet like
Yeah.
this tall, full of just
Yeah.
colognes on
Well,
every
now,
shelf.
Now
Like,
my kids go into it too. I'm like, look, it's a free for all. If you guys
Yeah.
want to, smell different, because it's you got different moods, you got different types of seasons and everything else.
yeah.
Learn.
I will
smell
say
good.
that used to be me, but to what you're saying,
Yeah.
there's day cologne, there's day cologne, there's night cologne. I had in the process of creating cologne. I think I told you this before. I've gotten through like 30% of that. It's expensive to do,
Yeah.
but you're right. It's amazing. Alfred Sung, is that what it is? Paradise Alfred Sung.
No, I'm
Oh.
trying to think what it is. It's the elixir, so it's a little bit stronger content and everything else. Now I can't even think what it is. It's gonna kill me.
All right, send me a picture.
I will, and it's actually a really good cologne and stuff like that too. Even the lotions now, like I'm into the lotions now at Bed Bath, because when I go to school, sometimes you can't really wear the cologne because it's a lot stronger when you're doing the work and stuff like that. So I'll throw on some nice, Bath and Body Works lotion,
Yeah.
something like that.
Nice. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I used to get the when I find a cologne I like, I used to get like the products for like your hair,
Yeah.
your face, like your lotion and your the shampoo.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, that was it. That
Nice.
was it.
Yeah. Elijah, you want to chime in?
On the splurging?
Yeah.
Man, I'm hanging out over there with Troy, man. I ain't buying nothing. Like, my splurging is
Supersizing.
buying some food, buying some fast food. Like, I even try to pack my own food nowadays, but I got a interesting diet too. So I don't have a whole lot of.
John Paul.
Are you plant based?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jean Paul.
Okay.
John Paul, yeah.
Yeah.
Plant based. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically vegan.
Yeah.
Jean Paul Gaultier.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah, I don't
hard
like
out
him.
there running around
I'm not a big fan of
and paying for that level of food as well too. Like, it's not always the cheaper choice.
Yeah. No doubt. I like to call myself a conscious eater, man. It's more,
That's a
you
good
know,
one.
yeah, because you know when you do. Sometimes I feel like when you do labels, man, it's like you want a bunch of not trying to, but people think that you're a part of this society. I don't want to be a part of vegan. I don't want to be a part of pescatarian. I don't want to be a part of any of that. I am eating for my knowledge and understanding what feels good to my body.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, you know, and I always try to educate people on that level when it comes to food. Like, don't cut out, you know, meat, or don't cut out this or that. If it, you know, you got to do what feels right to your body, you know?
Yeah. I love to eat. I mean, I got humbled today too, because I've been trying to figure out my my body fat percentage, and it was a little bit higher than what I wanted. I was like, man, like,
yeah, but that could have been water though. It could have been.
It was early in the morning. I hadn't drinking water or anything else. So yeah, it was just. But again, like my coffee intake lately has been crazy. I can't stop drinking. I'm addicted to Dr. Pepper. I love eating. I mean,
ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Hey, man. Have you ever heard of matcha?
Yeah.
I encourage, especially if you like. For me, I drink coffee probably couple cups out the week.
Yeah.
But I don't drink it for the feeling. I just drink because aesthetically I like it with my cigar.
Yeah.
But do you drink it because the caffeine?
I only drink Dr. Pepper when I'm eating food, and it's because I like drinking soda, or specifically Dr. Pepper when I'm eating food.
What about the coffee? Do you drink it for the caffeine?
Yeah, because I'm up at like 3 a.m. I'm at work, and then I go to school right after, and I'm at school till like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night.
So I will encourage you. Matcha is a really good substitute for that.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's high in caffeine as well, but it's natural.
Yerba mate too is a good one.
What is that?
Yerba mate.
Yeah.
If you brew it at home though, don't get the store stuff.
And what is that?
It's another tea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, matcha. I believe it's easier to find in a powder. I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the yerba mate, you can find it in loose leaf. But if you go, you just got to make sure you get decent. When it comes to yerba mate, you got to make sure you get a decent quality.
Yeah.
And like don't get the shelf stuff, because it's gonna be extra watered down.
Mm-hmm.
There's not gonna be as much caffeine in it, and then you're paying for whatever additives that they put in there. You know what I mean? Whatever flavoring. So it's just better off to do it yourself. Like, what I usually do is I'll brew the leaves, and I'll take like maybe some frozen fruit,
right,
and then whatever sweetener I want, and then I'll brew it that way, mix it together, so it'll be kind of like a blueberry yerba mate kind of thing.
You know how discouraging that sounds to someone who don't know health and wellness? Like somebody who like I see why people don't dive into health and wellness, because you talking about brewing something and this, that. People are like, what the fuck? I don't have time for that. Like,
brewing your coffee?
Yeah, like you right. But somebody who's getting into the game, man, like I can see like me just kind of looking at things. I'm like, people are really not only intimidated, but they are really discouraged by the time it takes to be healthy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it takes a lot of time, man.
As a general consensus, you're thinking like, man, that's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work, man.
And people don't want to work. People's attention spans 30 seconds. People's, just to the normal.
Hey man, I ain't even gonna lie though. I don't drink the yerba mate every day. Yeah. That's probably why.
But
because it is a little bit of a process.
If we took into account that we have plenty of time in the day, you know what I mean? We have the time to do it. It just.
Well, what I personally usually do is I usually do it in batches. I do it. Gotcha. If I'm making it, I'll make like 4 cups of it or something like that, and then I'll have that for the week, and then I won't mess with it for like the week after, and then I might do it like the following week again or something like that.
Got it.
So.
And then what's the dumbest thing you guys ever bought to impress somebody? Have you guys ever done anything like to like splurge and like you guys are trying to show off?
I like that segue.
Yeah.
That was a great segue. To be honest, man, I've been cool my whole life, man. Like
Yeah.
I never had to do anything that needed to give me extra brownie points. Like when I
No?
was broke, when I was dead ass broke, I was cool.
Oh,
So
okay.
like I just really never bought anything there.
I can't think
Yeah.
of if I've ever done the same thing.
What's the question? You bought for somebody?
Yeah, what's the dumbest thing you ever bought
Dumbest
to
thing.
impress someone? Yeah. And I'm trying to think. I don't know if I personally have done anything to impress anybody. I've done stupid stuff to impress people, but I've never physically bought. I'm very self conscious when it comes to my money because I never, you got to save for a rainy day. You got to say, I don't go to strip clubs. It's not
Okay.
my thing because the fact that like, why am I going to go pay money for someone to go show me your titties? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
I'm
ain't
not
missing.
gonna.
You
Yeah.
ain't missing nothing anyways
Yeah,
here.
I'm not gonna go to half the time I'm not going to a bar. I'm not gonna go. I can get drunk at home. I can have a vibe at my house. You know what I mean? So there's certain specific things I don't. I like to invest my money in other ways.
Oh.
So as far as spending money on dumb things, I can't personally say I have anything. You, Elijah?
Nah. I don't know, man. And this I think too much. You're talking about as far as an attraction situation.
Just
'Cause
anything
I've done
in general.
some dumb stuff for friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I've done.
I freaking. Oh man, I remember I crashed out, and that's using new terms and shit. But I got a hotel room for me and my friends one year on New Year's, and just long story short, I ended up like pissed because things didn't go a certain way, and then and it was really just to be kind of like, it was at a point in my life where I found like I kind of got my footing. It was coming in. I think I was like 20, like 23, 24, something like that.
Uh-huh.
And I had been struggling from like 19 till then.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you know what? I'm doing kind of good. Shit. Y'all motherfuckers always be trying to ask me to go to dinner. And I'm like, I can't go. I ain't got no money. Let's party this New Year's. I'm going to get the suite for us. We'll party at the hotel, the club that's on the property, blah, 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 all that stuff. And it was just like a horrible night.
Yeah.
Horrible
Actually,
night.
one thing that I can't think. One thing that I can't think is so when I was growing up, my dad would always tell me he was gonna buy me this jacket, this specific Dallas Cowboys jacket. He was
You're a Cowboys fan?
Bro, I don't even want to talk about it right now. I don't even know. But anyways, so there was a specific jacket that he kept telling me over the years, I'm gonna buy it for you, I'm gonna buy it for you. He loved partying, this and that and the third, and then he never got it. So the jacket ended up disappearing or whatnot, and then later on, I ended up seeing it. It was an expensive jacket too. It was like 1,000, and I'm like 16, maybe even more than that, 15.
Was it a leather? Was it with the star on the back?
Yes, leather bomber jacket. I still have it to this day. I wear it and every now and then, but it's just more of just kind of like a throwback, like this,
Facts.
But I went back when later on in life, and I didn't care how much it cost. I was gonna buy it. They ended up like jacking up the price, like double price, but it was more of like, I couldn't get it when I was younger, so now I'm gonna get it. Like it could have been in like 3 times as much, 4 times, 5 times. I would have still bought it.
That's crazy.
Because of the fact that it was something that I needed to do for myself, not to impress anybody else, but it was more to impress
yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
We do have a question from Aisha Jones. Shout out to you. Is it Aisha Jones or Aisha May Clay? Elijah, do you know?
Aisha May Clay is the business that she owns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to you and your company. And then she says, do you feel like the current patriarchal system has been successful?
As in the man being the head of the household type, or
maybe
I think she's talking about more of like as far as the country, not necessarily like in the home.
Society, system of society,
or like a society thing, like how men pretty much still run shit. Even till today. Well, even though there's women that are in a lot of, there's a decent amount of women that are in a lot better positions these days, but still majority male figures are at the tippy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at least that's what I got from them.
Well, I think everything has been challenged. I mean, even from how people raise their kids these days, how people dress, how sexuality is more acceptable these days, and you know your choice of who you choose for, male on male, female on female, is way more acceptable these days, I feel like. So like to answer that question, I think with that being said, like it's I feel like it's a free for all out here. I feel like whoever's making sense, or whoever, if we're talking about from a political or a president standpoint, whoever making a fool of themselves is, got the most vote these days, or the most clout, So
Bro, it's a fucking mess up there.
yeah.
I got another question from Jasmine Beasley. This is a good one. She says, "How is a woman? Where was it? Oh, how is a woman supposed to remove the energy of another woman after infidelity when the man doesn't acknowledge her pain?"
She going crazy.
I know,
with that question.
yeah.
I like that question.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, I'm just trying
say that again.
How is a woman supposed to remove the energy of another woman after infidelity when the man doesn't acknowledge her pain?
It's not her job to remove that energy.
It's not.
It's not her job. It's not her job. You should if you decide to take that man back, hopefully you have given him enough grace to work through those emotions and that he has towards that situation.
That, and also talk through it, and make sure, I'm saying, like, it's grace to face that guy again, and then 2, let's talk about it, like complete transparency. Okay, you can't fuck up again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But I mean, also it's all done in how you communicate with him through this process. Very important. Yeah. I know you've been hurt, baby girl.
Yeah.
But your communication at this time will determine everything.
Bro, what is up with these questions?
That was a great question.
No, I know you got another one. Because here's another one from Jessica. She says, "How do men control sexual impulses to stay faithful, or is it perfect faithfulness even possible?"
Jim.
Yeah.
You want to start that off?
I'm looking for that question so I can read it again.
Is that in the chat?
There's the ones that they were actually sent to us.
His guidelines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Read it again.
Yeah. Read that again.
How do men control sexual impulses to stay faithful, or is it perfect faithfulness even possible?
You know what? And I'm sure I wouldn't say every man feel this way, but the men that I know, our job is to conquer.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we got to conquer everything. We got to have some type of discipline. But at the end of the day, like like when you find someone that you rock with, not saying that you ain't gonna have urges and you ain't gonna have. I mean, you're a man, like it is what it is. But at the end of the day, that's where self-control come in at.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to self-control your. Go to the gym. Go smoke a cigar. Go hang out with whatever you need to do to make sure that you're not putting yourself in a situation where you are jeopardizing the person that you're with.
I'm with Troy on that one. I mean, the man has to want to not do those things, even though those urges are there. Then he has to train himself out of that. You know what I'm saying? If it's just familiar, because people run back to familiarity,
right?
You know what
Every
I mean?
time,
and that could be another woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that previous woman, they just click or whatever it may be, they run back to that what's familiar, and they need to train themselves out of that. If that's the woman you want to be with, then you need to be mindful and do things with purpose at this point.
Right.
You know what I mean? If that's your destiny, then you need to fight for it.
Yeah.
And on top of that, feelings, man. I mean, you know, the thing is with feelings, man, feelings leave you, too vulnerable. Like hey, your feelings is this a feeling or this reality? Because a lot of times people get so caught up in feelings and they make bad choices.
Right.
It's almost like somebody who say they're going to wake up and go to the gym every single day, right? I'm going to wake up and go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning. But the moment that your back hurting, your knee hurting, that's an emotion.
Yeah.
You made a commitment to that person to be faithful. You made a commitment to yourself to go to the gym every day. Leave the emotion side out of it. And that's that's a hard thing sometimes. But
Right.
you have to throw away with it when there's so much to lose in the process.
You ever heard the terminology of masturbating before you go on a date?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like what he's saying, like, so you don't make the wrong decision with the wrong person.
Mhm.
Not saying that that's every man's issue, but in my experience, it always comes that right there always comes up a lot in men's discussion.
Right.
Because you're always left. You're I don't know if they still call it parking lot pimping. They still do that.
Yeah.
Still call it that,
Yeah,
right?
pimping, hard pimping these
Right.
days.
I mean,
Mhm.
you find that one in the club or wherever it is that you're at, and it doesn't go well. You're out in the parking lot looking for something else, something next. You know what I mean? Trying to fulfill that urge, right? And don't even matter what it looks like. It's just trying to fulfill that urge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those impulses.
We call that thirsty. That nigga
Right.
thirsty right there, boy. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's
And
a great
then-
question, man.
Yeah. And then how do men bond with each other? What does male friendship look like? I mean, we kind of discussed a little bit, just like you mentioned, cigars, going to the gym, maybe, a quick game of basketball, whatnot. Here, the podcast,
I mean, sorry to cut you off, but to be honest, in my opinion, I feel like it's technically no different. Just men have generally a different set of interests. It's all the same stuff. It's just similar interests. That's how we bond. Whatever we find, like you said, we're all here because we're all interested in podcasting.
Mhm.
You've had a show. You've had a show. You've had a show. That's kind of ironic. We're all cool with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just similarities, I think, when it comes down to it, when it comes to bonding. Because I've got female friends that I've known for years, and like there's not a whole lot of stuff we have in common, but there's some core, good, strong bonding characteristics that we do have in common. So we've been able to be friends for years and years and years.
Mhm.
So I think sorry to steal the light on that one.
No, you're
But
good.
I think it's just like anybody else, just like any other relationship. You just got to find that common ground and then lean in on it.
Yeah.
I think also a lot of times when it comes to like, male friendship, it depends on where you at in your life at this time, right? Because, I got friends, that I love dearly, but we on two different stages in life. You may be into going out to the clubs and hanging out all type of hours of the night. I'm not going to do that. So the friendship become not in void, but the friendship it's not as tight as it once was.
Right.
Now, someone who enjoys cigars and watch football every now and then, I'm going to be more reluctant to kind of hang out with them and and do that because that fits more my lifestyle. So I think male friendship depends on what lifestyle do you have.
Is that why we don't go out no more?
Huh?
Is that why we don't go out no more?
Yeah, man, you be going to the booty club, man.
You ever seen the movie Remember the Titans? You remember
Yeah.
that movie, the Denzel movie?
Yeah.
So when they go to Gettysburg for camp, okay,
Uh-huh.
white kids, black kids, and they're forced to room with a different race,
Uh-huh.
whether they're Asian or Indian, whatever, but they can't be the same race.
Right.
So it goes down to experience, right? They're experiencing something for the first time as teenagers. It also goes wrong for men. So recently, so I went deep sea fishing with a friend of mine, right?
Mhm.
And we went 20 miles out or whatever into international waters from San Diego.
Yeah.
And we've never done something like that before, right? So we're experiencing something together that we've never done. And it's now like something lifelong that we've talked about because such an amazing experience to catch, wild fish, you know what I mean, and struggle catching wild fish. And I'll show you a photo of it, but we caught yellowtail.
Mhm.
So this is like a 60-pound fish, and you struggle with it. So you struggled with it together. And I know it's a little of a deep of an answer, but as you were saying that, I was like, to really hone in on making that bond so well, you can always refer back to that experience. And now moving forward, we were talking about creating new experiences
Right.
to strengthen that bond, right?
Yeah.
I said, I was like, we should do like a wild river rafting or something along those lines, like kayaking. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Something we've never done. That take that bond to the next level, because we smoke cigars together, and that's something we've always had in common. But I was like, vacation next time. Let's do this. Let's do that. But it just continues. Yeah. It continues with that friendship,
Right.
that bond, and you're creating, memories, not just for yourself, but with each other.
Yeah.
I agree, man. That's well said. You're right. I think you always can lean back on that, even though you guys may not hang out as much, but always lean back on what you guys have experienced in the past.
Right.
Yeah. Well said, man.
Yeah. And then another question is, what advice would you give your 18-year-old self about being a man?
Credit cards. Learn to use credit cards like fast.
Stick with the computer shit.
I bring that up because my parents didn't teach me about credit cards, and I've taught my son. So my son is a authorized user on my credit card since he was 16 years old, and he has perfect credit, right?
Wow.
So if I would tell my 18-year-old self, start there, and from there on, you move forward with great credit. You can do whatever it is that you need to do when you turn 18.
Right.
Buy yourself a car, get yourself an apartment with no problems, no barriers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have good credit, and you get the interest rate when you buy that car, and it's like they move you for the Infiniti or Lexus that you were like looking at, and they're like move you over to the Chevy Cobalt because your credit sucked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always think like that, and I'm excited for my son to turn 18 so he can get his own credit card, so he can get, he's anxious to move out, and I'm just anxious to invest his money, help him invest his money. So by the time he's 65, he's sitting well good as, a millionaire, if you will.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would tell my son, or my 18-year-old self, is how to manage your money.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think for me, it would be more on investing your time better, your time in the moment. Like I was mentioning earlier, it's just tomorrow's never, tomorrow's never granted. You know what I mean? Like I've had friends that have, come and gone, either, to death or just life in general. Family, the same thing, just different opportunities and stuff like that. And I was always so invested in whatever it is that I was doing at whatever company I was working for. I was very loyal to them. And I never got the opportunities that I really wanted to, whether it been with those friends or those family members or just life in general.
Mm.
So I wish that I would tell my younger self is invest more of your time, because you're not going to get those moments back. I'm not going to be 20, 30, again.
That's facts.
So, and then another thing too is being okay and being comfortable with celebrating your birthday. For the biggest day that I like celebrating is Father's Day. I love it. I take it with passion.
Yeah.
But I always overlooked my birthday because of the fact that I'm like, it's just another day. And then I remember a good friend, she tells me, she's like, you're selfish. And I was like, why is that? She's like, because a lot of people didn't get the chance to make it to your birthday. She's like, and you just kind of just overlook it. She's like, they would love to come back and celebrate, their 30th birthday, their 35th birthday or whatnot.
That's true.
And so like, so when I think about that in hindsight, it's just more based on time and just the little things. The little things matter, details and stuff. What about you, Elijah?
I would just tell myself to, like, I was serious. Stick with the computer shit. Like, honestly, I was maybe not 18. I wasn't as deep, but like I started college. I went to college for computer technology and applications. So basically, I was going to college to learn how to build computers and build applications. So that's like one of the only things that ever really gets me, and is like, you know what? If I would have stuck with that, things could really be a little different.
You're right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'll be 41 this year, and I guess technically I did have a career. I was a cook for like 15 years.
Yeah.
So technically it was a career, but I didn't like go to culinary school, and I didn't take it as serious as like trying to get a career. You know what I mean? So now the cook world isn't really, it's really not that great at the moment. You know what I mean? The real chefs out there are like the real dedicated people, or it's just young people that can afford to not have that higher pay right now. So but if I would have stuck in school and stuck with the computer stuff, I'd have that as an opportunity to do other things. You know, I probably would have eventually probably still ended up in the kitchen somehow. But I just think it would have been nice to be able to have the knowledge of how to like repair computers, build applications. Like I was gonna learn how to code and stuff like that. So, and then like
Coding
just looking at
too.
how it is 2025 and where computers are now, if I would have shown my age, if I would have stuck with it back in 04, like I would have been on the front runners of, you know, these computer whizzes that are out here building applications and rebuilding computers, building gaming computers and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, because I was learning about gaming computers back then.
Yeah.
Who said things would be different? How do you know things would be different?
Because I mean, who knows? Yeah. Who really knows? Except for the what are they called? The variant of myself.
Only reason I said that because I'm, you know, for me, like I wouldn't change anything about the 18 version of myself. Like I just wouldn't. I mean, every trial and tribulation and it's life experience. I needed everything that I experienced.
Well, like, I mean, I totally get that. Like I wouldn't, and that's what I was saying. Like that's the only thing that ever like really kind of pops up in my head that I'm kind of like, it could be a little bit different because also too, like I didn't really fully put the whole context out there. But after I dropped out, like within less than a year, my whole life turned like to a different path in a different way.
Gotcha.
So I would have been on this path still. And I like you said, like no one knows for sure what would have been different, but I know for sure that once I dropped out of college, the path that I was on was no longer there.
Gotcha.
It was non-existent. And then I was on this other path. But I also totally agree with you. Like I'm totally happy with who I am today. Right. Like I probably wouldn't be doing this podcast. I probably wouldn't be here with you guys doing this. Probably wouldn't have my son. You know what I mean? Like just my son alone, like fuck that. Like
yeah,
I'll drop out of college a million times if I can have my son. You know, so.
And then as we wrap up the show, I got to ask one last question. It says, as feminism increases, the respect for men decreases. How do you guys feel about that? What are your thoughts on that?
Another great segue.
Can you say it again?
As feminism increases, the respect for men decreases.
It depends on what rooms you're in, because I'm around. I would like to think that I'm around men who hold themselves to a high standard, and the individuals and the women that they have around them, hold them to a high standard as well. You know, regardless of what's being exposed to us from a societal level,
right?
Like, you know, men are men, and you know, and that's it. If you want to, you know, be a part of the feminist side of things, that's cool too. But at the end of the day, I think it's important that you stay true to your essence as a man,
right?
And don't fall for that.
Yeah,
so that's a trap, man.
Yeah. You want to chime in anything?
No, say the same.
Okay.
That's a trap. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it, folks. That is the show. Elijah, you want to add anything?
Just honestly, big, huge shout out to Entertainment, Dip, Aisha, all of them. Oh, I thought you were trying to get my attention.
No.
Yes, big shout out to Habari Entertainment. You can catch us on their website, on their YouTube. That is our main sponsor right there. Huge shout out also to Elevated Souls. You can find them on IG at ELIVE, the number 8, D_SOULS. And make sure to catch up with The Shit Show. Where can they find that at, Patrick?
Fuck, I don't know. Whenever I go back on, whenever
I do, just post a episode.
Yeah, I just did. It's on YouTube. You can just look up under One OVE, One Love, One Opportunity for Volunteers Every Day. It's on YouTube. Go ahead and check that out. You got The Shit Show. You got Socially Awkward and Uncomfortable. You got the Mom and Pop Spot. Who knows? I might be fucking around with other shit too in the process. So, yeah, so and huge shout out to all the women who contributed questions today. And then
one more. Sorry. I got one
yeah,
more.
you're good.
Huge shout out to Anthony
Oh,
Freeman
right, yeah.
and Ripple Away Foundation. They had their launch party today. They're a nonprofit that is anxious and actually already helping out the community. They have successfully ran 4 outreach events already. So if you're looking for someone to volunteer with, trust me, this is a good group of people. Anthony Freeman, I'll volunteer
Solid
with that
individual.
guy any day.
Yeah.
So if you guys are looking for somebody to support, even if it's not necessarily physically out there volunteering, a share, a donation, or anything like that, referrals, that helps out as well. Back to you, sir. Back to you, Patrick.
And then let's get one more plug in from your guys' stuff.
Yeah, for sure, man. Follow me at Troy Bino, but also follow my 2 companies, Cigars and Coffee at cigars.and.coffeemeat, and follow my my other page, my health and wellness page, Style and Grace LLC. Yep.
Mine's just Style by Fashion Fiend on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all those good stuff, or X, I should say. That's it for me.
And then a question for the ladies out there as we wrap up the show. Ladies, what's one thing you wish men knew but never say out loud? Go ahead and drop it in the comments, and then we'll go over it on the next episode. But much love, much respect, and until next time.
Is it just me, or did the second hour go by fast as fuck?
It probably did. I'm not sure. Yeah.
I mean, we're at an hour.
Yeah.
I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, that felt like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me on the
Yeah.
pod, though, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate the love, man. Thank you guys.
Yeah, it was an honor. Thank you so much.
Make sure to check out everybody's socials, everything like that. And I think on that note, man, peace. Put in like a long table here, so then it could be 3 people sitting side by side, and then put that mic still on the back side, so it's in between the end people, and then the first person can still use first 2 people can use this one right here, and then we'll double up on the desk, and then we can have like 5 people up here, and then 6 over here, and then I'll still be over here engineering, so we have a 6 people panel ultimately. But I was just trying to see like what you guys' opinion think. Like, you think that would fit?
Do you need the table?
No, I have one here. I just didn't do it because Dip backed out last second.
I'm saying, like, is it required that you want the table?
No, I was just thinking using that table because that's what I have available, and I was just thinking of trying to expand the space a little bit for another seat.
I mean, you could just probably do a small little couple chairs like this, or
Yeah, why the table? Why you just can't have chairs?
Yeah, I mean, he really didn't use the table. Like, he could just, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I was thinking. Is the only thing is getting this to go out there, and
it's a cool aesthetic. But if you don't need the table, you can just get some nice chairs.
Because
no, I don't think they're talking about the desk. They're talking about me extending the table.
Yeah, both actually. You know what I mean? Just like maybe have 2 chairs and maybe 2 stools back there, so there's 4 guys.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Just so it just kind of aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
Like a stadium seating.
Yeah, because that way you're not just sitting behind a desk. I mean, unless that's what you're going for the look. Like, it's kind of like a panel, like a news anchor panel, if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So.
No, yeah, that's exactly what Habari Live is. So, and I don't really switch up anything. This is probably the most changing I've done. And I don't even know if you guys can tell, but I didn't really change much. Like, I just repositioned some things. I didn't really change anything. But yeah, so I usually just come in and just go live off of how they have it set up. Like, I usually don't change stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to come in and bring stuff like Patrick was saying for his shows. I used to have stuff on the desk. But then I forget when it was. We went to the